Hello, and welcome to the inaugural episode of Five Questions with Eric. I'm here with, do you like to go by Elena or Maria Elena?
Elena.
Yeah. Okay, I'm here with Elena.
Casual.
She's casual. So I thought, I do a blog, and I got really tired of it. So I decided I'm going to just interview singers, and I'm going to ask them 5 questions. They're going to ask me 5 questions. It's going to be fun, and you're going to laugh, and you might even learn something, which is what the purpose of these interviews are all about, right? Yes. All right, so question number 1.
I'm ready.
First of all, I should introduce what you're singing. You're singing Suzuki in Madame Butterfly with Saltmarsh Opera, and she's fantastic. Tell me, what's the hardest part about this role?
The hardest part about this role is the 5 million props you have to deal with. So I'm speaking to mezzos all over the world right now.
Yes.
That when you say yes to this role, ask for more money. Next.
Okay, right. I guess she has thought about this, and there we go, duly noted. All right, so the next question is, I always like to ask people, what is their dream role? And you can answer in your voice type, or you can go crazy and be like, I'd love to sing the tenor role of Kalov, or whatever strikes your fancy.
Dream role. Mm-hmm. That's hard. That's a trick question.
Yes, I want to ask questions that nobody can answer. No, I'm just kidding. And interview over. She's like, I'm out.
No, honestly, at this point in my life, I want to sing Charlotte in Werther. That is my dream role at this point.
And what is so sexy about that role to you?
It's just luscious. It's luscious. It's great singing. It's great music. I finally get to sing with a tenor besides Carmen.
Oh, that's a good point.
That's nice. To be,
even though I'm
an
a baritone
for a little bit. Yeah.
But that's fine. No, it's a great answer. It's great.
We sing together all the time.
I know, that's true. Okay, good.
Sidekicks.
Okay, yes. So, obviously, opera is filled with, passion and romance and love, but nobody really knows about, the people. They think we're these weirdos that do things and vocalize in subways and whatever.
Oh, I definitely do that. We are. That is Ashley, everybody.
Ashley. You'll meet her later. But what is one of the biggest misconceptions about opera singers?
Still to this day, the biggest misconception is that we have to be fat and that we have to have large bodies to sing loud. That is a huge misconception. So I like to, the first thing everybody says when they meet me is, don't you have to be larger to sing? And it's like, no, that's a myth. So that's number 1.
Okay.
Other misconceptions, I think that we are normal people. We have normal conversations and different friends that work in finance and blue-collar jobs, and we like to do normal things, and it's not, we're not weird people.
Okay, a little weird, but not all the time.
Weird, but we're fun. We're lots of fun. We're very loud.
Yes, we are loud. Yes. So who's funnier, me or Chris Rock?
Definitely you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Chris Rock eat it, Chris Rock.
Sometimes. Chris Rock has gone a little overboard with the funny.
Yeah.
Recently, he's a little mean.
Yeah. Chris, be nice.
Bring it back a little.
Bring it back.
Yeah.
All right, that's good to know. That's one for me. Wait, where's that? There it is. One for me. Okay. All right, and then the final question I have for you is: on an ideal day off, what would you do? What do you enjoy doing?
On an ideal day off, I like to go salsa dancing.
Ooh.
Or I like to do yoga, or I like to call my boyfriend.
Oh,
that's fun.
Boyfriends are good.
Yeah, I like to not think about music, or I like to listen to anything but opera on my days off.
Okay.
So I usually turn on oldies or country or anything besides opera.
Awesome. All right, now you can ask me 5 questions.
I wasn't prepared for this.
Good.
I would have prepared it ahead of time. What is your dream role that you want to sing?
I have 3 dream roles. I think every baritone wants to sing a Rigoletto because obviously the music is thrilling. The challenge of that character who has to be so vicious when he's in the Duke's court, but then also this loving father. The playing both of those sides, and then also, musically, it's just stunning music, and I just think Rigoletto is just he's such a fascinating, beautifully written character. Well, so three-dimensional. And I think as opera singers, we play a lot of people who are very shallow and very one-sided, but Rigoletto's major. And then Barber of Seville, Figaro, because he's just a lot of fun, great music, and he's the star of the show, which is great for baritone.
You gotta get that.
You gotta get that. So those are my two. I thought.
Well, those
three.
are great for you.
Thank you.
I want to come see them when you do them.
Me too.
Put me on your mailer list.
Okay, done.
Second question.
Yeah.
What are the top 3 things that are most important to you in colleagues?
In colleagues, well, I thrive with colleagues who are kind and supportive. I really like it when colleagues are able to strike the balance between being very serious, committed artists, but also light and fun. And that's hard to do in this business, as you know, because when we're on stage and we're in the moment, we have to be in the moment and serious and committed and be very professional. But it's also great when we can just go and do a hot yoga class together and go eat Indian food and have fun.
Get pulled over
by the cops.
Yeah,
Not me.
true.
That was just her. That was not me. And people who, I think one of the great things about artists in general is that we can talk about life beyond what we do when we're at home. We get to meet people from all over the world and talk about love and art and culture and life, and I cherish those moments more than most people realize. Great, she's good.
I'm trying. Thinking on the fly. What is your favorite non-classical piece?
My favorite well, I should say that I'm getting back at the camera. I love electronic music. So I'm obsessed with the group Portishead. I don't know if you know them.
I don't know them.
If you don't,
I can look them up.
I would say they're sort of they're jazz influenced, electronic, sort of like soulful, but very ethereal vocalist. And of course she was heroin induced most of the time. So, but their songs are haunting. Everything about their music is haunting and mysterious and kind of dark and sensuous. So that's I would have to say their first album.
The More You Know.
The More You Know.
Eric.
Exactly. Well, we have to pull from somewhere to play a lot of these characters, right? Great question.
Okay. Is that 3?
That's 3. We've
I
got
need
2
2
more.
more. Okay. 2 more. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live?
If I could live anywhere in the world, I don't know why, but I want to live in Paris. I feel like I would just be in heaven in Paris because it's romantic. There's a lot of culture, history, beauty, but it's also moving forward, sophisticated, and there's something really just amazing about being a black person in France. Like I feel like in some places if you're going to go to Europe, I feel like African Americans love the idea of Paris, and Parisians love African Americans, and so my ideal is that I would just thrive there. So make it happen.
This time next year.
Yes, exactly.
Your goals.
Yes, John. I'm sorry. We're moving to Paris.
12 months.
Okay.
John, it's your notice.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Anyway, he's like, nope, not happening. All right, next, our last question.
Last question is for Mr. Eric. If you have to give one piece of advice to young singers, what would it be?
Oh, this is a great question. My piece of advice is, I have several. First of all, really have the most honest assessment of your talent possible. Whether that means, having new ears listen to you, know what you are saying when you are singing. It's so evident when someone is just making sounds and doesn't understand the emotional connection of the text. That's very evident. And then the last piece of advice is understand that it's a business and you have to find your niche within that business, and it can be very difficult to do so because there'll be people that tell you you don't fit in. But you just have to keep going, and you have to love it more than the no's that you'll hear. Because you'll hear a lot. I mean, right?
Yes.
You hear no's often, and accept those no's as, no, I'm not going to hire you, but
But next time I will.
But the next time I will, because you're going to be better, because you're going to make it happen. So, and don't forget to love it. That's it. Don't forget to love it. Yeah. Well, Elena, thank you.
Thank you, Eric.
Fantastic.
I have to go get my wig on
Okay,
now.
yes, we have to actually run a rehearsal now.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you all for joining in. We'll see you next time. Bye.